we are live. Let's see here, it says ready. And it says live. Now let's see if I can find this video and that therefore determine if we've got the Donald Duck voice. I'm going to try something different this time if we have the voice. Testing. 1, 2. Let's see here, it says ready. Alright, so we don't have the Donald Duck voice today. If you want the Donald Duck voice, you're not going to get it. So there you go. I don't know how we get it in the first place. And this could be a relatively brief broadcast. I wasn't going to do a broadcast today. Steve was planning on doing one, but I didn't see it scheduled, so I figured I'd go ahead and pop in and do a quick broadcast. Mr. Roberts in the house. Eric is in the house. He says, good voice. Well, there you go. And a lot better than Steve. Steve, his audio was low. He's going to get that fixed. Sort of a miss the chipmunk voice, though. Again, I don't even know how it happens in the first place, so I can't recreate it even if I wanted to. So we're going to talk about a couple of things. Before I get into the DuPont, I want to talk about this brush. I did a separate review on my video for this brush, and it is Wild West Brushworks, Wild West Brushworks out of Arizona. And I believe he makes them in Arizona. And the idea is hopefully this brush will not shed like my other brush that I have. I have not started using it yet. I figured I'd show it and all before I started using it, but tomorrow's shave I'll start using this brush and we'll see if it sheds like the other one. It was about the same price, $50 shipped. And so we'll see what happens with that. I will be reporting on that in more detail. And then the other thing, let's see here. We got a couple more comments here. Craig, did you get your ears lowered? Looks like a fresh cut. Yes, I did get a haircut. Both of my hairs, I had both of them cut. Getting to the point where there's not much to cut, but it is what it is. It's getting hot, so I figured I'd get that done. And so the other thing that I've been doing, that I spent a little time doing yesterday, is I was going through my guest room walk-in closet and just going through stuff. And I've got a bunch of stuff that has come to rest in there that hasn't been used or messed around with for many years. And here's the box that my one of my ST DuPont pens came in. And I was getting ready to just throw the whole box away. And I figured, well, let me open it and see what's in here. So I opened it up, and first of all, it's a pretty cool packaging. You can see this. There's actually an insert here that is a pencil. It converts it into a pencil. So that's kind of cool. And some additional paperwork and some books. This has never been messed with, so kind of glad I didn't throw that away. And then in this box, this is what the pen came in. It's kind of overexposed there, but nice inner box. So I guess I'll go ahead and keep this. And by the way, you can buy DuPont pens sometimes relatively reasonably on eBay. Be careful about the condition. There's a new old stock one on Chrono 24 that looks pretty neat. That's $200, but probably for somewhere between $100 and $200, you could probably get a decent DuPont pen. And I think they go great, especially with gold date. So let me show you the two. Well, let me cut to this camera. These are the two pens that I've had for many, many years. This one here is what they call a vermeil. It's a 925 sterling silver with a heavy gold plate on it. And I carried that for many years. Very nice pen. And then this one is a thicker pen. This one has the lacquer on it. And this one I've actually been carrying probably the last 10 years or so, primarily because I just like it. It's a little thicker. It feels better in the hand. They both take the same cartridges. So, so yeah, I highly recommend having a Dupont pin to go along with your nice watch, especially if you have a gold watch. And of course, most of the time I was always wearing a gold watch, and so I'd have the gold pin to kind of, it goes with it, it matches very nicely. So they also make them in sterling silver. They also make DuPont pins in sterling silver. So if you're always wearing a stainless steel or titanium watch or something, it might be a good way to go to get a sterling silver one. So there you go. That's my little talk about DuPont pins. And you know, people buy multiple watches, but they don't think about having a nice pin to go along with the watch. So I figured it'd be something that we should talk about. Of course, you have to be wearing a shirt with a shirt pocket to really have the pin in the shirt pocket, is what I normally do. So there's that. Let's see here. It's funny you picked the topic of the pin tonight, as I literally just joined a couple of pin groups on Facebook yesterday. Durr says, there you go. And then on a not quite as positive subject, and I'm going to talk about this, and thank you, my first time on you live. Okay, there we go, super. I'm going to talk really briefly about another troll, and he made a comment on one of Steve's recent videos, that Steve should broadcast on his own channel and that he shouldn't broadcast on this channel because the broadcasts only get a couple of hundred views, and so he should broadcast on his own YouTube channel. So clearly a negative trolling comment, and I replied to him. I said, listen, here's the deal. I said, if you average it out, I've had a total of 27 million views and 3,500 videos. That means an average of 7,500 views roughly per video. Every video is going to get a different number of views. Depends on the subject, depends on the keywords, depends on a lot of variables. But the bottom line is, if somebody's going to come on this channel and try to be negative and try to be Debbie Downer, I replied to him. And I gave him the stats and all that, and then he came back with another nasty reply, and so then I blocked him from the channel. So bottom line is, they're going to get blocked if they're not positive on this channel, if they're not positive and uplifting. Steve does not have an exclusive situation with me where he only can broadcast on my channel. He can broadcast on my channel, he can broadcast on his channel, I don't care where he broadcasts. So for somebody to come in and just straight up try to cause trouble, we're trying to help Steve. We're trying to bring him along. We're helping him with his broadcasts and so forth. A lot of people have been very receptive to Steve and have enjoyed his broadcasts. And so when somebody comes on and tries to be a Debbie Downer, yeah, they're going to get blocked. And here's the thing. He's had a total of 65 views on his channel. He's got like, I don't know, half dozen videos or something on his channel. His total views is 65. And he's counseling us. He's giving us advice on how to run a YouTube channel. Sounds very interesting. Okay, so there we go. Let's see here. Recently bought a Mont Blanc 144, and now I get it. There you go. Yeah, I had some Mont Blancs back in the day. I still have one here kicking around somewhere. Maybe I'll grab it if I can find it. I think I know where it is. Let's see. Such an expensive pen. I got to admit, since the advent of technology, I never really get to practice my handwriting. My handwriting has got progressively illegible as the years goes by. I hear you. Yeah, my handwriting was never that great, and it hasn't gotten any better. Sometimes I write things down and then I can't read them. I can't read my own writing. That's really not good. Let's see. Sounds like a guy who's going to get hit with a wrench. Yeah, if he came in here, he probably would. He's not going to now because he's blocked. He's hidden. I think they call it hidden from the channel. How can you not like Steve? Geez. I mean, you know, some people are just negative people. He was just trying to cause trouble was what he was trying to do. Everybody loves Steve and Little Treasury. There you go. Well, he was acting like he was trying to help Steve by counseling Steve and saying, "Hey, Steve, don't broadcast on Craig's channel. Broadcast on your own channel. You know, you'll get a lot more views. Blah blah blah. All this stuff, right?" So yeah, he was just he was acting like he was trying to help Steve, but what he was actually doing was just trying to cause trouble. I think, especially based on his other reply. Once I replied to him with the actual stats, then he got nastier, even nastier. So there you go. He's a great guy, currently helping me get some extra GS links. Lewis in the house. And Pilot Vanishing Point is amazing. Retractable fountain pen that writes incredibly. Okay, cool. Yeah, Pilot pen. I'll tell you what I write with a lot of the time are my Fisher Space pens. I've got a couple of the Millennium pens, the ones that have like the big ink reservoir in them that are supposed to last your whole lifetime. And then I've got a few others. And the thing I like about the Fisher Space pens is they write every time, period. They never dry up. Now, my two DuPonts have not dried up either. I did replace the cartridge in one of them, but those cartridges also last a long time. But your typical ballpoint pen, a lot of them will dry up. And the Fisher Space pen will not dry up. I mean, it'll sit there for 50 years and it won't dry up because it's got that gooey, like, pressurized ink. Now, you will get some blotting sometimes on the paper because of that gooey ink. So that's the downside to them. But the upside is they always write. Steve is a classy guy. Thoughts on Grand Seiko pens? They're not that great. I've got one. I don't know who makes them for them, but I think they use the low bidder. Let me go grab the Mont Blanc before I forget. Meanwhile, I'll cut to the GMT Stunner with the Gas Bones strap on it. So give me a second. I'll go grab that Mont Blanc before I forget. Okay. So the reason I knew where this would be is I always have it in my Burberry jacket. And you can see here, there's the Mont Blanc. And what's nice about having a relatively high quality pen is you generally don't have to worry about it leaking. Because the worst thing that could happen is me having this pen in this jacket and have it leak and stain the jacket. So that lives there. It's just always, put it back in that. It's always nested inside the Burberry jacket. So let me put this over the side. And that Burberry jacket I actually bought at the Burberry store in New York in about 1982 or so. And I went to the Rolex building there to drop off a watch for servicing, one that I had bought used that I knew needed some servicing. So I went and I purchased that jacket there. Every time I went to New York, a trip to New York, I always bought something from the Burberry store, something from the Hatter. There was a Hatter there that I went and I'd usually buy a hat. And Turnbull and Asher, I usually got something from them. Sometimes, what was the other store we went to often? No, it wasn't Turnbull and Asher. No, it wasn't them. It was Solka and Company. Yeah, Solka and Company. Usually buy something from them. So that was kind of like the way we did that. Somebody says, I like your style. Well, there you go. It's an old style. This, by the way, is a Willis & Geiger shirt Willis and Geiger, made in USA. I think they went out of business 20 or 30 years ago. And it's a different kind of a safari cloth. It's kind of got a texture to it. It's hard to see in this, but it's very, very comfortable, and it breathes real well. And so that's Willis and Geiger. You might be able to find some of their stuff on eBay if you get lucky, because you can't find it new. They went out of business, I don't know, 20 or 30 years ago. Okay, so what else are we going to talk about? Oh, by the way, the gas bone strap. I wore the watch a little bit with it, and it's okay. It's kind of a neat thing for the summertime, I guess. And I kind of like their straps. I definitely prefer their straps over a typical NATO, but I don't know if I would buy one with my own money. This one came with a watch that I bought 5 or 6 years ago. The guy just kind of threw it in on the deal, and so I've had it laying around, and it just happened to fit this Grand Seiko GMT, so I put it on the other day, and I kind of like it. Obviously, in the summertime, the fact that the bracelet doesn't have micro adjustments is an issue, and so with a strap like this, I can adjust it a little bit as needed, and it's kind of cool. So anyway, the jury's still out on the gas bone strap on the GMT. I in the summertime, I'm generally going to be wearing this watch. Let's face it. I mean, this thing is just a killer summertime watch because of the titanium and everything. And we've talked about this in the past. It's just a super comfortable watch. By the way, Steve had a guy come in and buy one today. Let me see if I can pull up that video. That's a really cool video. He had a guy come in and buy a 231. You see, he texted me the video, so I don't know if I can pull it up on this computer or not. Let me see what I can do. So it's acting funny. It's acting slow. The strap looks practical and not crazy about the khaki color on the GMT. Yeah, if I was going to order it, I would probably have ordered like a dark blue or something to kind of go along with the dark blue dial. But I mean, khaki is versatile. I mean, it kind of goes with anything, so it'll work. And it's probably a little more summery to have the lighter color, the khaki color. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like ambivalent, whatever the word is. Why can't I get the messages program to come up here? Give me a second here and see what I can do. Oh, here we go. Here we go. No, this is not working. Oh boy. All right, let me quit this program and see if I can restart it. Yeah, messages is hung up. This 2010 computer is being pushed to its max. I'll put it that way. But that's what I do, is push things to their max, trying to relaunch it, and we'll see what happens. And if I can't play it, I can't play it. Hopefully he'll release it on his social media. It was a cool little video about a guy that bought a 231. No, it's not. It is not cooperating with me. It is hanging up. Let me close Chrome and see if that helps. Just for... I'll try one more time here, folks. I hate to tie you guys up like this, but I'll try one more time to launch messages. And if that doesn't work, we will punt. I swear it doesn't want to launch. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about these trolls. Just to mention one more reason why somebody says, well, don't engage them because that's what they want and all of this stuff. Well, here's the thing. I generally engage them enough to figure out that they're straight up a troll, and so that I can block them and get rid of them. Because I don't tolerate them because they do real harm. I mean, we've talked before about Audrey and how she did some videos on my channel. She did a lot of videos on her channel. I co-produced a lot of videos with her back in the day, and we were having a lot of fun with it and so on. And the trolls, I mean, she had a lot of fans that were very positive, right? But the trolls were nasty. And they drove her off of social media, period. I'm trying to get her to come back on, and we've had a lot of discussions over the last couple of years about her coming back, and hopefully she will do that at some point. But that's a case in point that these trolls actually do harm. They actually do real harm to people. So, yeah, we don't tolerate them on this channel. We block them. They're gone. Gone, gone, gone. The khaki strap will go well with your shirt today. Yeah, khaki is versatile. I mean, that's one thing you can say about it. I mean, it goes with almost anything. I'm going to restart this computer just because I can. It's been a while since I restarted. It's probably been a month. You really should restart a computer every week or so. Even an Apple has to occasionally be restarted. Let me know, though, in the chat if you guys, if there are any accessories, any EDC items, you know, everyday items that you buy and that you wear with your watch that kind of complement your watch and go along with it. I mean, if it's not a ballpoint pen, is it a nice? I have a nice money clip that I carry that I put my money in. You know, I mean, are there any other accessories that you guys like to wear with your watch? Trolls are a waste of space. These guys have absolutely nothing else worth doing. I hear you. I mean, yeah, some of them can be pretty nasty. Let's see, continue, force quit, okay. All right. Messages. Why is messages causing so much trouble today? What is going on with messages? All right, I will try one more time to start messages, and then we will give up on this thing. Of course, I said that before, right? Oh, messages interrupted the restart. I didn't even successfully restart. That's where we're at this point. We can't even restart yet. Let me try one more time to restart this puppy. Don't we love stuff like this going on when you're live? Isn't this fun? It won't even allow me to. I'm going to force quit all of these programs and then see what we got. This is really bizarre. It's not even letting me force quit the program. The program is causing so. There we go. Finally, it's like a troll. It's like a troll program. You hit it over the head with the wrench 4 or 5 times, and then it still keeps trying to come back. Sunglasses. Oh yeah, back in the day, we always wore Ray-Bans, and I usually wore the aviator style, and usually the Ambermatics. I've got several pairs of them over there. Of course, now I wear a prescription, and even for distance, I have a slight prescription. I usually don't wear them, but if I'm driving, I generally wear them. So I had some sunglasses made that are prescription now, but back in the day, before my eyes went to, you know what, yeah, we always wore Ray-Bans. Absolutely. A nice pair of Ray-Bans absolutely goes with a watch. What kind of sunglasses do you wear with it? I have a nice sterling silver bracelet I wear on my opposite wrist when I'm wearing a stainless watch, but I would like to get into a gold watch and some gold accessories. Yeah, it you know, 18 karat yellow gold is easy to accessorize. So there's that. As long as you stay with 18 karat yellow gold, it's a lot easier to do that. Let me get logged in here, and then we'll see. Yeah, I can. I'll pull up a vintage photo here in a moment and show you the Ray-Ban thing. We'll show you how well they go with a gold watch. I'm a big fan of Maui Jim's Ray-Ban sunglasses. There you go. iMessage is now asking me to sign in. What a train wreck. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get signed in. We may be just totally dead in the water on this computer for now. Just for now. So we're going to give up on that. So let's try to find the vintage photo. Let's try to do that. Let's see if we can make anything at all work here. And so I'm going to search date 8. And we'll see what we can do. Okay. 49 photos. Okay. Let's pull these up. And see, I think I've got a... Okay, I've got a couple of Ray-Ban photos here. Okay, here's one. There's a classic. That photo was probably taken, let's see, that was the 77 Cadillac limousine behind me. So that would have been in about 1985 or so. And so that's the date on my wrist there. And then those are Ray-Ban sunglasses, Ambermatics, I'm sure. Okay, so let's go back. And that's Admiral Day and his wife next to me. Let's go back here. And no Ray-Bans there. I know I had another one with Ray-Bans on, but it wasn't tagged in this group. So, oh well. Oh well. There you go. At least we pulled up one with a Ray-Ban. Let me close out this ScreenFlow program because that could have been causing an issue with messages. Okay, we'll figure out the messages program next time. Eric, let's see. Parasol in transparent brown and chrome trim, okay. I tend to wear a nice looking lady on each arm when I'm wearing my nice watches. There you go. Absolutely. That's a good accessory always. I'm going off for an early night. Take care, Craig and all. Okay, Eric is turning in. I don't blame him. Oh, Messages is now launched. How did that happen? All right, now let me see if I can find the one from Steve. Oh, it's not updated. Jeez. How can I get this to update? Well, that's interesting. So it didn't update. Okay, so let me get my phone here. See if I go here. I think, did you have Messages on your phone? Yes, I do, and I'm trying to bring it up on this laptop, and I've got it running, and I've got Steve up here, but it's not updated. so it doesn't show the previous text where he sent me the video. So let me see how I can do this. Can I email this to myself? See here what my options are. Share video, copy. All right, if I copy it, let me see if it will let me email this. I don't think it will, but let me just try this. This might work. And then if this doesn't work, we're going to drop back and punt completely. So shoot. It's not letting me paste it into an email. So that's not going to work. So yeah, I've got it up here. I've got messages up here, but it's not showing me that previous message where he sent me the video. And it's of course on my phone. I mean, I could play it on my phone, but you guys can't see and hear it.
I'm here with Coach Bob, who has driven all the way from Long Island. How many miles, Bob?
100. We've been driving
Anyway,
since
Bob
5 o'clock this morning. We just got here.
And coming to see Little Treasury Jewelers. And
Bob drove all day
SEGA 231.
to buy
Titanium diver. How's it feel on, Bob?
to
Great.
Okay.
to buy the titanium diver. He drove all day to go to Little Treasury Jewelers and to pick up this watch right here. Picked up this watch. And because he's been seeing us on the videos, that's why he went there. So this troll that said that Steve shouldn't do anything on this channel, you know, Steve's got customers coming in left and right because of this channel. So I don't know. Maybe the troll is a little bit off on that. Just copy the link on your phone and paste it onto your computer. Maybe I can airdrop it? You think I can do that? Under the share options, it's got message. Can I message it to myself? Save video. All right, let's save the video. All right, so that should be in my photos now. Okay, so it's in my camera roll. All right, so now I'm going to, it has an option to mail it. I can Twitter it. I can Facebook it. I can Instagram it. I can put it on my drive. I don't know how well that's going to work. Anyway, you guys are probably just going to have to wait until Steve shares it on social media. How's that? Are you guys all following him on social media? Please tell me you guys are all following him. So that you can see it when he posts it. Yeah, my laptop's dead in the water right now. It's not doing anything right. So I'm going to have to drop back and absolutely punt on showing this to you. Just copy the link on your phone page. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, I'm going to quit messages. I'm going to go to my drive, Google Drive, and see if it's there. If it's there, I should be able to play it. If I was able to successfully get it up to Google Drive. So let's see here. Let's go to Drive. And Mr. Robert is in the house. He says football time. Okay, so I'm going here to recent. I'll tell you, Google Drive is a little bit kludgy. So there's that.
My apologies, I don't understand.
Okay, here it is. Here's the video. Let me see if I can, okay, it says download. We're processing this video. Check back later. All right, I'm downloading it onto my desktop. Let's see what happens here. If this will work, because I'm getting it on my desktop finally on the computer. Because Google Drive said they were processing it. Okay, so here we go. I've got it on my desktop, folks. We're cooking with the hot sauce now. Okay. Are you guys ready to see this teased video? There they are. Look at these two. Talk about good-looking folks here on the channel. Good-looking folks. Let's play this video.
I'm here with Coach Bob, who has driven all the way from Long Island. How many miles, Bob?
100 and we've been driving since 5 o'clock this morning. We just got here.
And coming to see Little Treasury Jewelers. And he has
This is
just
what I bought.
SBGA 231.
With the 231.
Yeah, titanium diver. How's it feel on, Bob?
Feels great.
Okay.
It looks
That's
great.
a good-looking watch.
Thank you for coming. And a loyal
Thank you.
follower
Oh,
on
yeah.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be
Okay,
watching
thanks.
all the shows.
Well, there you go, folks. Let us know what you think about that. This guy drove like half the day to get to Steve at Little Treasury Jewelers and pick up a 231. This watch right here, folks. This is the watch he picked up. Okay? So there you go. Put some comments in about that and put any questions in, because we're going to wrap this puppy up on that note. We're going to wrap this puppy up. And there's the DuPonts again. Another look at those DuPont pens. And there's that Grand Seiko GMT stunner. Absolute stunner. And that's my titanium, one of my titanium flashlights, EDC flashlight next to it. Figured I'd put that in the picture there, since we were talking about some EDC items. Ever ready, everyday carry items. So let me know what you think, and we're going to wrap this puppy up. I'm going to refresh and make sure I'm not missing any comments. Titanium. There we go. And let's see here. Let's see. Don't you have messages on your iPhone? Yeah, okay, Mr. Okay. So we've been through all those comments. I think we have no new comments, no new questions. If there aren't any questions, we're going to wrap this puppy up pretty soon, because I am hungry. I'm going to eat a load here in a minute. And that's how we do it. That's how we do it round here. Pull this up on the phone here. What about a gold ring? That's, you know, a really classy looking gold, like pinky ring. I think they're kind of cool. I'm not a ring fan. For one thing, I'm a photographer, and I just don't like having things on my fingers when I'm working. I know Jason Lanier, who, you know, takes some awesome pictures. He's got rings all over the place, right? But a ring, yeah, I think a cool, like a pinky ring with your initials on it or something, like 18 karat gold, not with diamonds or anything like that, just a kind of simple, you know, ring with some initials on it. I think that might be cool. And Steve says, wrap it up. Yep, that's what we're going to do. That be what we're going to do. Pull up my video app here. Let's see. As I have just joined, Steve, did you? Oh, by the way, this reminds me, folks, make sure that you click the subscription and click the bell so that you'll get notifications when we go live. And sometimes that bell becomes unclicked, so just double check, make sure that the bell is clicked, because You don't want to miss one of these shows. You want to be right here for all of them. Let's see you in the next one, Craig. It's 12 o'clock in Italy. All right. Time to turn in. Time to get some rest for that next day. The good-looking people get a lot of rest. There you go. A lot of good-looking people in Italy. So that's how that works. All right, let me just go ahead and terminate this puppy. So I'm gonna push this button, and I'm gonna say complete event right here. Hey, thanks again for watching.